So allowed to start our session dedicated to the strategy for the development of modern and traditional medicine in the CIS countries, BRICS, SCO, and EAEU. Let me introduce our speakers and moderators. So the moderator is going to be Rizida Badrovitova, who is the head of the rehabilitology department at Kazan Academy at the Ministry of Health of the Russian Federation. Karimova Guzel Marsovna, Chief Freelance Specialist in Reflexology of the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Tatarstan. Kayumov Kalmurad Naimovich, Bukhara State Medical Institute, named after Abu Ali Ibn Sino, head of the Department of Traditional Medicine, Occupational Pathology and Allergy. Yilbakov Andrei Alexeyevich, representative of the Altai Republic, head of the largest center that deals with economic matters for developing the Altai Republic and traditional matters of medicine. Vahramiva Karina, who represents the clinical hospital number 7. Sisikov Nair, who is the head of the department at Medical Academy. Dadakina Irina, Kikeva Yelena Vladimirovna, director of the Educational Center at the Academy of Traditional Medicine. Parasu, and he's going to join us online. And also allow me to introduce myself. My name is Svetlana Nesterova. I'm the president of the Association of Technologies of Traditional Medicine. So let's open our discussion, and I will give the floor to Rizida Badrova, head of the Rehabilitation Department of Sports Medicine at Kazan State Medical Academy. The floor is yours. Hello. Our day is dedicated to development of modern and traditional medicine. Therefore, when we talk about rehabilitation as a whole, we talk about modern innovative technologies introduced in our republic, and we talk about anchor institutions for rehabilitation. Considering the location of our republic and the population of 4 million people, we have adopted as development strategy according to which we have made necessary steps and adopted legislative documents for regulating the treatment for patients and providing medical rehabilitation. So you can find at our website the documents that characterize the patient references. So over the past years, we have provided the advanced medical equipment to the core clinics. And if we talk about 3-tier medical rehabilitation in the Republic, we have 20 vascular centers for the population of the 4 million people. And based on the decree of adopted in the Republic of Tatarstan, we introduced the technologies of virtual reality and so on, and that allows to start medical rehabilitation on day 2 or 3 after the stroke. And And innovative technologies allow us to improve the quality of life of patients significantly. 14 departments in various clinics offer rehabilitation for vascular pagency. We also have 2 hospitals for the war veterans. Innovative technologies are applied in the vascular centers. That is a second tier of treatment. And central hospitals offer treatment as well. We use robotic technologies that allow us to alleviate the back pain syndrome and improve the quality of life. The Pediatric Republican Hospital also offers various technologies with biological feedback, transcranial stimulation. We have equipment from Switzerland, from South Korea, and that allows us to offer the best technologies to our pediatric patients. The municipal clinical hospital in Kazan also has all technologies at the global level, and it includes a high-tech medical rehabilitation. We have available environment. We also offer our local developments like eye tracker, movement management system, and that allows fully paralyzed patients with tetraplegia be fully independent, and we can see the dynamics in the rehabilitation diagnosis, and also allows us to offer to receive various patents and awards. We also offer physiotherapy, magnetic therapy, psycho-emotional correction. That is also very important for patients, and our medical psychologist will give report about this subject. So that also allows us to achieve great results. And against the background of this therapy, we can see that 68% of patients have improvements in anxiety, in depression, and so on. Our innovative approach implies active rehabilitation for all patients, so we provide good physical activity with the use of locomotor systems, so the patients with tetraplegia can be engaged in processes at the early stage of rehabilitation. And here you see the patients that are fully paralyzed with tetraplegia, but they already have great results. Here you see the photo of our leg, and we actually went to the contest that was held in China, and this cluster located at our lake was ranked as number 3 in terms of the capabilities, and patients there can undergo stimulation and training offered for wheelchair patients. We offer yoga training. We have special sports equipment for patients, and we can do the evaluation of the dynamics at the global level, and we offer good coverage. As for the third tier of rehabilitation, we offer various treatment, again with a full spectrum of innovative technologies like virtual reality and so on. So our patients undergo a full-fledged course. As for children, we offer robotic technologies, and that's part of rehabilitation for pediatric patients are undergoing outpatient treatment, and robotic technologies are offered in outpatient clinics, and we can see very good dynamics. Our Republic offers also so-called smart house approach, and we have special tracker system, and that allows the patients be fully independent. They can open and close doors and so on. This is a team of our patients, and in December 2023 they were ranked as second at the Russian championate for Paralympic football. It was a very important event, and not only we engaged patients in their rehabilitation processes, but we improved their quality of life. Another important matter is that we have introduced the treatment at rehabilitation resorts, and we have centralized system for referring the patients depending on their diagnosis, and we can cover over 6,000 patients in the Republic. Over 2,000 of them have cardiological diagnosis. So right now, without visiting a therapist or physician, the system can track patients and refer them to this or another rehabilitation center. When analyzing the treatment results, and last year we covered 35,000 patients with medical rehabilitation. We have realized that we could we had great results in the disability rate statistics. So 40% of patients showed good dynamics, and in other words, when analyzing our results, we saw that we had a great number of neurological patients, and we organized rehabilitation at our vascular centers, and by offering a good rehabilitation program, we could significantly improve their condition. And considering the modern trends, we started also we started developing special training programs for our medical professionals with the new specialties like physical therapist, ergotherapist, and so on. So that will allow us to increase coverage and also offer rehabilitation to as many patients as necessary. With this, I finished. Thank you very much for your attention. And let me show you the last slide. This is a team of our patients, and they are true heroes. And fully paralyzed patients participate in football, Paralympic football contests. And we hope very much that you will continue all your continuous. Thank you very much. And now we give the welcoming remarks to the executive director of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Sergey Vladimirovich. Are you there? Are you with us? Sergey Vadimovich. And now we give the floor to the representative of India.
Добрый день, Namaste, good morning. Я скажу по-английски. Спасибо. First of all, I would like to welcome you, everyone, from Naya Bharat. It's New India. Thank you for the organizer for inviting me as a speaker. Thank you all my colleague who is sharing a stage with me and all the beautiful audience. When you talk about India or when you talk about the preventive medicines and Ayurveda, so whenever you are talking about the yoga or Ayurveda, first of all, one thing will come to your mind, that is India. India is the country who exported Ayurveda across the globe. where we could not get the money, but we added the value in the lifestyle of the people. So Ayurveda and this yoga is the part of Indian culture. The thing is that I can agree with you all. We could not promoted this Ayurveda and herbal things the way pharmaceuticals product we promoted. India is one of the largest in the world for the generic medicines, you know. One of the largest supplier in America and many other developed countries. Russia among the top 4th in last financial year also. We have supplied medicines from India. It's all about the pharmaceuticals medicines. But when we talk about the Ayurveda, normally our thought process, Ayurveda will not work faster. Pharmaceutical product will work quickly. If there is a severe infection, you will go for the medicinal product, allopathic medicines. But Ayurveda, you don't. However, see, in our past also when we were child and we got injury, so our grandparents try to put some turmeric, curcuma over there, so that inflammation was cured, pain was relieved. So Ayurveda is working. Only thing we have to use properly. And it should be, all the government should have the vision to provide preventive medicines where it should not harm to the human body. Nowadays, we are having lots of medicines and there are a residual effect. So Ayurveda have no any residual effect. So we need to focus on Ayurveda things. Ayurveda is really a great thing where there is no chemical, it's a natural product derived from the plant. And last year, for the first time with the coordination with joint venture was with the WHO, World Health Organization and India. We have organized a big event in Gujarat state for Ayurveda. And it was successful. I think, Svetlana, you were the part of, we will, Tam? Yes. Yeah. So she was the part of this delegation in Gujarat. So we have all WHO and India decided to promote this Ayurveda things in the world. And now many decision has derived in the delegation with this forum. So all the government will focus on the Ayurveda, research and development of Ayurveda things, new technology, new innovations in Ayurveda. We are also trying to build some Ayurveda, good Ayurveda research center. We are in the discussion with Skolkova also in Moscow. We will try to build something for the Ayurveda research. We are also trying to start some Ayurveda product manufacturing. We already having discussion with Murmansk, Samara region, Sakhalin region. So maybe we will be able to start something in Ayurveda products also. So I would request all of you to visit India at least to practice your yoga and Ayurveda so that your health will be good. You will not have any residual effect of medicines. Thank you so much. I will not take much time today. Thank you so much for inviting me again. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumar. Thank you. Мне хочется...
I would like to say lots of warm words about Kumar and what he does in Russia.
Представитель Индии.
And thank you very much for what you do. Now I would like to give the floor to Güzel Karimova, who is the chief specialist for reflexive therapy in the Republic of Tatarstan. And I give you 7 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Güzel Marsovna. Dear colleagues, our Department of Rehabilitation at Kazan Academy has a long-standing history of 100 years. Many scientists in Russia were their founders, and we are today their successors, and we are their students. We work along several directions, and that includes educational activities and others. So professional education is provided to doctors, to paramedics, nurses, and so on. And if you look at the various specialties, we teach reflexive therapy in Kazan. we use acupuncture, and that started back in 1960s. And at the same time, we established the Clinic of Traditional Medicine. Educational training courses were offered in several educational facilities. Here you see the museum photos and some scientific publishing of Professor Tabi, Ivanchenko, and others. As of today, department is headed by the Doctor of Medicine, the chief specialist. There is Rizida Badro. And the department studies various technologies of medical rehabilitation and also studies methods of acupuncture. As for education and training of doctors, rehabilitation is in focus. Therefore, our training cycles are very popular. After the training, the doctors have to be accredited to be able to specialize in reflexotherapy. And we offer various modern technologies, scientific research in reflexotherapy, and studying of effectiveness is also done very actively. Well, we do study the dynamics of bulbar reflex at myofascial pain syndrome. We also wanted to do analysis of the pain syndrome in the shoulder before and after rehabilitation. We have developed 3-tier rehabilitation system for stroke patients and other types of patients. And reflexotherapy is part of the rehabilitation program for all types of patients. And reflexotherapy allows to mobilize resources of the human body. We can stimulate movement disorders and also increase the capabilities of central and peripheral systems of the body. We can also alleviate post-stroke pain syndromes, and we work together with physiotherapists, speech therapists, ergotherapists, and so on. We also can combine several methods of reflexotherapy and also it has been defined as therapeutical efficacy of reflexotherapy with contracture of the mimics muscles, where it is very important to intervene with medical rehabilitation, to define the diagnosis, to define prognosis, medical rehabilitation of the secondary contracture. We decided to introduce the international classification of contracture. Our research was integrated in the national guidelines of interdisciplinary approach to treat contractures. So acupuncture with aromatherapy, health diets to treat somatic pathologies also has been defined. In the post-COVID period, reflexotherapy has been used to rehabilitate patients after coronavirus in order to restore bronchial function, ventilation of lungs, muscle tones. There has been applied reflexotherapy as well as to treat anxiety, vegetative disorders, and so on. All that helps to improve health condition of the patient, and this work has been published in the Medical Russian Journal on the reflexotherapy
application of patients that undergone COVID. We also research traditional methods of use of reflexes therapy in the individual program of individual rehabilitation of patients, and it goes hand in hand with other rehabilitation technologies. We follow guidelines to use reflexes therapy for the treatments, and we share results of our work on different conferences. We took part in the forums of the high level of BRICS and so on. We also took part in the Kazan Forum of Eurasian Integration that was guided by the Academy of Science of Tatarstan. Based on our material on reflexes therapy, we have edited more than 100 articles. We also analyzed the proof basis and meta-analysis of randomized trials on rehabilitation and rehabilitology, and in particular reflexes therapy by the method of traditional medical therapy. In Russia, reflexes therapy is included in the medical specialties, and after the decree issued by the Ministry of Health on the medical rehabilitation, it has been introduced in the rehabilitation teams in outpatient and inpatient clinics. And one of the examples I would like to mention the rehabilitation center in the city of Kazan that shows outstanding results in rehabilitation in this particular region. Therefore, in order to use successfully reflexes therapy in rehabilitation, it's important to educate and train personnel to do clinical trials at the high methodological level, to do analysis of systematic reviews, and publishing the results of the trials. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much, Güzel, for this outstanding report. Let me introduce you the next the next report. My name is Nesterova Svetlana. I'm the head of the Academy of Traditional Medicine. I'm also head of the Department of Social Protection, and my report is dedicated to potential of development of traditional medicine in Russia. So this is an integration method of combining traditional and non-traditional methods of rehabilitation. First of all, I would like to say that our basis document is the strategy of the World Health Organization on traditional medicine, and the declaration adopted in 2022 on traditional medicine. I would be brief, saying that not all specialists, medical specialists and doctors that work on traditional medicine practices, they work on classification as well. And the strategies of the World Health Organization has defined what is conventional medicine. So this is contemporary medicine that has medical proof and is called conventional. The second direction is traditional medicine. Traditional medicine, it stemmed from traditions. Partially, it also has a proof basis. In some countries, it has been integrated into the conventional medicine in such countries as India, Japan, Korea, and so on. And some European countries have been using some methods of traditional medicine as well. The next definition is public mass or nation medicine. Sometimes they are confused about public medicine. It stemmed from public ethos, and it exists in between some nations, between the healers that do not have medical degrees. What is important in the city of Gujarat that has the World Center of Traditional Medicine in 2023, there was adopted Gujarat Convention that defined a new term of integrative medicine, and integrative medicine is what we all aim to. It is allows you to use integrated approach to develop contemporary medicine, conventional medicine on the higher level, and combine it with traditional ways of healing. Our goal is to create a proof basis. That's what we've been talking with our colleagues in Uzbekistan as a recent event held there, and that's what we are going to talk later on educational basis. Starting from 2023, with the support of CIS Association, we started to develop the register of the traditional medicine, and that is the very first step that should be made with the state support. The second thing is the development of the law on traditional medicine. So we invite our colleagues from Tatarstan Republic to take an active participation in developing this law. Actually, I studied in Kazan myself. I studied with Dr. Muhamedova, the scientist of Tatarstan Republic. So we also established a fund to develop traditional medicine that would be active at 2025. We have held a number of round tables at the Federal Medical Biological Agency. In 2023, we opened an expertise center of traditional medicine that, together with our academy and other structures, and public and private structures, has been holding scientific clinical trials on potential of traditional medicines. We also established an expert association. They have been holding development of regulation basis. And what documents are as the basis of the module law? First of all, it's the strategy of the traditional medicine Gujarat Convention, conception of the participation of the Russian Federation in the Beijing Federation, the strategy of the public health of the CIS Association, and also International Association of Traditional Medicine of Eurasian Economic Union. Development of the Center of Traditional Medicine within the public clinic in Russia makes it possible to hold expertise of methods and tools of traditional medicine and hold clinical trials in order to define how one or another method can get clinical trials and prove and further guidelines to use it within clinic treatments. In 2023, with the support of the International Alliance of the BRICS countries, there has been developed an international consortium with the participation of 8 state universities. It's called the University of BRICS Health, in order to integrate educational programs. In the October of 2023, in Uzbekistan, there was established the University of Health of the BRICS countries. Its goal is to use experience of previous generations to estimate the value of such methods. The everyday practice shows that the higher activity is allows to get opportunities for higher use of such traditional methods in the further treatments. The goal is of this university is to shape the high activity and training programs in order to integrate traditional medicine into the conventional and contemporary medicines. And certainly the proof basis is one of our important goals. This is the model that could be used both in Russia and CIS countries that allows to perform training for specialists of postgraduate level, as well as to train magisters. So, for example, such a method described in Quran as hiljama is a very interesting method that requires further study. Now, it is recognized as a part of public medicine. and Aybole Bolsino, our colleague, will be talking what are directions are used in the Republic of Uzbekistan. And first, I would like to say that the University of Health of BRICS is an international program that helps to boost traditional medicine in Russia, and I would like to offer our respected esteemed professors in the Republic of Tatarstan, our colleagues from the Ministry of Health of Republic of Tatarstan, to engage into the process of the model or developing the model law registers of this medicine, to establish the Department of Traditional Medicine. Think about that. Our esteemed professors from our dear colleagues and our colleagues from Uzbekistan will be talking about their experience, and this year will mark the graduation of the very first students that have been studying in this direction. Thank you very much for your attention, and the next award is given. The next speaker is Pavel Yegorushkin, General Director of Tatki Pharma Enterprise. Perhaps you will introduce yourself better. So we have a joint venture with him. I'm the head of this enterprise. I'm the head of Department of Strategic Initiatives of BRICS on the culture and social communications. So what I would like to share with you, so we do a very serious work on the global level. In developing connections in many fields, including healthcare and culture. This last autumn we went to India, and St. Petersburg State University is going to sign an agreement with Pasteur University. We visited the largest techno park of India, which brought together many pharmaceutical enterprises in India, and we signed a number of agreements with these pharma enterprises in order to establish a similar techno park here in Russia. It will help to engage both educational and medical entities into developing a medical field in Russia. So in Russia, we have a department that focuses on developing international cooperation with many countries. For example, our medical university signed a cooperation with the Central Hospital of Vietnam to boost mutual work and opening a joint clinic. As for rehabilitation now is within the focus of many countries. For example, talking about Hamburg is a bit bigger than Kazan, but it has 3,000 rehabilitation centers. Talking about traditional medicine, so we have a few departments and medical universities, but we have to develop it further. That will focus on rehabilitation and the production, for example, of medicinal products that would help to boost rehabilitation further. As for sub-departments, subdivisions, rehabilitation started to develop in the USSR, so we have quite many traditional products, like some of them could be very popular in the East, and we could say that the turnover of such products is very high. But in Russia, it's not even defined as a food supplement. Even in other countries, it's used as a medicine. So enrichment our knowledge and potential and creation of such a joint rehabilitation center is of high importance. And Uzbekistan, for instance, professionals is doing an amazing job in this regard. For many decades, they have been focusing on traditional medicine, and they included it in the state curriculum. So there is a discipline that makes it possible to treat patients by traditional methods in public clinics. But regardless what country we are talking about, we should remember that, yes, using the best practice, best experience would allow us to make a big step further, and that's what we focus on doing. Therefore, such organizations as Shanghai Cooperation Organization, BRICS, and so on, they help to introduce a position of traditional medicine, not just as medicine, but we know that healthy lifestyle. What is healthy lifestyle? It's a healthy diet, and traditional medicine follows the same path. That's what you eat is what you are, and I think this is a great start, great focus that will allow to to introduce it more into the public awareness. And we can see that previous generations genetically they were much more resilient compared to us, and that's what we have to focus on. Thank you very much, Pavel. Pavel Anatolievich said great words that Vietnamese traditional medicine plays a very important part in the state of Vietnamese Republic, and I would like to give the floor. I would like to give the mic to the Dr. Nguyen Thi. He will be talking about traditional medicine in Vietnam. So you have 5 minutes for your report. Can you hear me? Hello. My name is Nguyen Thi. I'm from Vietnam. I'm very pleased to greet all my colleagues and friends. I'm here with you, and I would like to tell you about the methods on Vietnamese method called Dien Chan. So this is a facial reflex therapy that was developed by Professor Boycott Chow. He was born on the 3rd of April 1942 in Ho Chi Minh, and I am his trainee. So I train also doctors in Moscow. So what is the Dien Chan methods about? So if you translate it into the Russian, it's called facial therapy, so facial therapy. And this method includes 5 parts. First one is special points on the face that are located on the face. So they are located on the face and on all over the body. And the second part is called diagrams or projections of the organs. And these diagrams and projections of the organs, they get a reflection on the face. And so this is a reflection of our inner organs on the face, and these are the main 2 diagrams we use. Apart from the reflection diagram, there are other diagrams of similarity, a diagram of similarity. Here you can see another diagram of similarity. And this method is used with a special device, but it is very effective. So it is especially effective with the use of YAN and IN tools. And now you can see YAN tools, and there are other IN tools. So IN tools. So apart from this tools, we can say that these are disposable materials, but they are also used as tools for performing these methods. And here you can see how we use this method. So we influence the active points and similar areas, zones that reflect our inner organs, and we influence them by different ways. Well, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for a chance to share our methods with you.
So, also спасибо.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Nguyen. The next report will be given by our professor from Uzbekistan, Khalmurat Naimovich Kayumov. The floor is yours. Hello, dear participants of the event. So this is our institute. Svetlana knows it very well. She has already visited it. I will talk about traditional medicine. As of today, traditional medicine is widespread in many countries, and over the past years, it has become quite popular. The core reasons is the availability at your place of residence, higher level of trust, and many others. As for economic availability, it's an attractive factor, especially when healthcare services are becoming increasingly more expensive. And we also understand that many patients suffer from chronic illnesses. Here you can see the definition of traditional medicine given by WHO. I will not dwell on that. But regardless of the reasons, the interest is increasing from day to day. So it is important to coordinate the activities of traditional medical doctors in a centralized manner. We also need to protect the intellectual property rights and also study methods of traditional medicines. And most importantly it is to harmonize the traditional medicine with the healthcare systems, and when it comes to diagnostics, ways of treatment of various diseases. So like in many other countries, Uzbekistan has very rich traditions and unique heritage. So we need to develop the strategy and policy that will reflect certain needs in the field field of traditional medicine and the healthcare segment, and we need to make sure that the healthcare segment is ready to use the experience of traditional medicine practitioners. So in this regard, our country is carrying out a global reform. There was a decree of the president of the country about regulating the traditional medicine in Uzbekistan, and we are right now focusing on the issues that need to be resolved to regulate the traditional medicine, and we are developing the legislative basis to create the safe methods for practicing traditional medicine. So traditional medicine is additional methods for providing treatment for the population, and we need to license the activities of the traditional medicine practitioners. The individuals that offer medical services in traditional medicine also are accountable for their activities in accordance to the local legislation. There are the requirements for medical services, and these are the same requirements that now are set forth for the traditional medicine practitioners. The Ministry of Health is a competent body to determine and evaluate the traditional medical services. At this point of time, we are developing the legislative base, upgrading it to control the traditional medicine practices better, and also make sure that everyone is accountable for the services they provide. Now we have a central database of practitioners that offer treatment in traditional medicine. We also have standards for the locations where traditional medicine is practiced. We also have an educational and training system to train the traditional medicine practitioners. We have approved the program of events to develop traditional medicine in the country. It is aimed at increasing the role of traditional medicine in the system of the local healthcare. Also, we develop support measures for various medical organizations that are going to introduce traditional medicine services. We also have special departments that use methods of traditional medicine. We also are creating the chain of pharmacies that will offer traditional medicines, and we actively cooperate with other countries that already have traditional medicine practices widespread. We in the account of regulating traditional medicine, we have amended the classification of specialties. We have a new specialty, traditional medicine doctor, and we offer master degree courses. We also have specialized councils, and nowadays doctors can write theses dedicated to traditional medicine approaches and practices. Bukhara Institute is named after Ali ibn Sina, and as we study the rich heritage in our city, we carry out widespread research. We have the Department of People's Medicine and at the Medical University, and over the past 20 years, studies students can study the principles of the medicine that were developed by the great scientist, and that is a unique course. We have developed a typical special program, and we have developed the set of textbooks that are the framework for the training. We also have a clinic at the Department of Medicine that was opened in 2020, and as it has been said, this year we will have the first graduates that will already specialize in traditional medicine. So this is a historical document that was signed by our rector in 1999 about establishing the Department of the Traditional Medicine, and it was a department approved by UNESCO. So here you see the memorandum of understanding between the general director and also the representative of UNESCO. So the goal of the department is to do more research about traditional methods, medicine approaches, and it can be a very good area for cooperation. Also, we hold trainings in Oriental medicine and provide high-level training for our students. We also study the heritage of Abi Ali ibn Sina. We also do other types of research, and we also study various traditional medicines and their effects. So the goal of this program is to train students about basics of traditional medicine, and this is the training program. It is as large as 165 hours, so quite long program, well-developed program with lectures and practical classes. So here you see various patents that we received, and last year the president of Uzbekistan visited our university, and that actually allows us to increase the interest for natural herbs and natural ways of treating or preventing various diseases. And here you can see that we have our plot of land where we grow medicinal herbs, and we use them for producing the herbal medicines. And now we study very different properties of plants for treating this or other diseases. We also have an agreement with Volgograd State University for growing high-yield medicinal herbs. That university is located in Russia. So we have a clinic of integrative medicine where we hold various studies. So here you can see we use various methods, and sometimes you combine traditional and non-traditional medicine. So We also cooperate with various organizations across our country and abroad. We work with our colleagues from Russia, India, Vietnam, Korea, and others. And those colleagues visited our university and gave lectures and master classes to our students, and also offered treatment to our patients. So here you see our colleagues participate in forums, various forums and seminars, give lectures and reports. And also many of our colleagues are able to upgrade their qualification abroad by attending various courses. Thank you very much for your attention, and thanks for taking so much time. Thank you, dear Professor Khalmurat Naimovich, representing Bukhara State Medical Institute. It's a great institution that I really love and where I also teach. So now we give the floor to Andrei Nikolaevich Yerbakov, who is the head of Agropark Arza in the Republic of Altai. Thanks to Andrei, we held a fantastic forum, the beauty, health and longevity. Hello, dear participants. Can you hear me well? So, dear participants, unlike you, the professionals in traditional medicine, I do not belong to this field, and I build solar power stations across our country. We already have a capacity over 500 megawatts, and in 2015, when my company had as many employees as 500, at that point it was a very stressful moment for me, and I ended up in a hospital. So I would not say anything bad about medicine in my country, but the doctors could not help me. I had a neurological diagnosis, so I went to China, where by using herbs and other traditional methods like massage and reflexology, I was able to recover, and here I am, being able to talk here. In 2019, after I have completed my rehabilitation, and now my company has 300 employees, I received an offer from the Ministry of Agriculture of the Republic of Altai to build an agro park for deep processing of wild plants and also some agricultural products, meat products, dairy products. And I have built an agricultural complex in the Republic. My investments were amounted to 1 billion rubles, and now our farmers approached to us. So I received an offer from the Republic of China and India. They said that they do not have endemics that would be grown in the highlands. I remember my doctor in China who treated me said, "Why did you come to China? You have all these herbs in Altai. All you need is to find the experts in herbs, and you could undergo treatment there." So I received an offer, and once my agricultural park has been constructed, and as for reprocessing endemics and receiving extracts from wild herbs, it would be a very high-tech production. Therefore, our park is ready to welcome residents who would offer technologies and who could process our endemics. It is a priority for us today because without medicines and innovations, we would not go too far. As an engineer, I can tell you that we already have all infrastructure in place. We are ready to add some necessary constructions, and I'm not going to promote our republic. The population is only 200,000. The population density is 1 person for 2 square kilometers, but we have lots of tourists, and today we are a tourist cluster, so tourism is a priority industry for our republic. We have lots of tourist camps, lots of hotels that offer all kinds of tourist services, and we have five-star hotels, and they also offer medical services. One of the key areas is what's called Panta treatment, and we offer so-called Panta baths to our patients. That is very good for rehabilitation, but we lack scientific knowledge that you could offer as experts. So we are ready for cooperation. I invite you to Altai. The region is ready, and who wants to undergo rehabilitation in Altai, come. We are welcome. The demand is huge. The volume of investments in the tourist segment is huge. We have right now traffic jams along the tourist ways, and many people would like to go hiking in the mountains. That's what you do in the afternoon, but in the morning and in the evening you want to take a bath. And I want to raise youth, and I give lectures in engineering, and I work with students and even with school children. So with this I finished. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrei.
We are looking forward to our cooperation together with Andrei. We held an amazing forum, and they have high-tech technologies to pack wild herbs. So why don't we go all together to the unique base AMZA and thinking further of our cooperation, possible cooperation with the Republic of Altai. The next word I would like to give to our friends from Africa, Mr. Drogo Bodassou, that heads up Prometro Center in the Republic of Senegal. Are you here with us? So you have 5 to 7 minutes. While we are connecting with the speaker, the translation will be provided by Dr. He will help with the translation from French to Russian. So the floor is yours. Africa today is developing extremely well in regarding traditional medicine. They have patented some unique recipes of African traditional medicine, and African traditional medicine has been developing hugely. So the floor is yours. Dr. Droa, can you hear us? Здравствуйте. Так, если говорить о традиционной медицине в Африке,
and what we want to bring to this forum is the African system for knowledge and knowing, to bring a new way of solution to our world health and well-being challenges. CIS This African Center of Research and Information of Knowledge and Knowing have two objectives. The first one is to rehabilitate knowledge and knowing system of Africa. We think deeply that to change a behavior, we need to bring a new wave of thinking, a new wave of healing, a new rationality, because the rationality we have now shows its limits. The second objective is to provide innovative solutions to our health challenges and the well-being of our humanity. Since 5 decades, Prometra, I'm honored to serve, is working closely with the base community leaders in order to lead tomorrow's science and well-being of our humanity. African knowledge and knowing systems have experienced renewed interest from 3 decades, a new fervor. They are rehabilitated as inspiration of discovery, innovation, progress for a stable human and sustainable development. This favor is due to an observation of the limit of the Cartesian system, the deviation of scientific and technological evolution, and the malaise of modern human sciences. Conventional medicine himself is making a questionable practice. CIS, the voice of Africa, want to bring a new wave of thinking, a new wave for healing. Prometra is promoting our African system and knowing system. Our team brings several millennium of human experience with the best we have today to contribute on the greatest challenge of our time. We are a result, provide evidence-based, and provide record of prior success. Our mission is to advance African medicine and treatment solutions that will result in profound healing of our humanity. We all know that African knowledge and knowing system has lost its power progressively through ages. Why we lost our power in Africa? First of all, because the Cartesian system. This system just arrived 70-something. But this system with a brain, our modern sciences, is very narrow, very limited. It is a very big break for human development sciences. As we know, Cartesian system cannot have nothing to measure life with energy, to measure love, to level emotion, intuition. If you move all of those values from human beings, what you have? Only physical body. We can give another example to Louis Pasteur, this scientist. He discovered bacteria. The only prescriptions is recommend is to kill the bacteria. But he forgets that without bacteria, no life in our earth. Where are we today? Bacterial resistance. in Africa, we never kill. We remove. Because when we want to kill, you have mutation. The mutation from mutation brings resistance. We want to bring a new wave of healing. To do so, we have a lot of collaborative through research who bring us to important discovery. Today, we have several products who have a very, very strong success to any kind of viral disease, hepatitis, HIV and AIDS, influenza, COVID-19, herpes, and so on and so on. Not only viral diseases, but we find solutions for other kind of diseases like shingles, dermatosis, hepatitis, diabetes, hemorrhoid, and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, what is important and very revolutionary that we want to bring to the eyes of the world are the products that consist with African thinking, African logic, African rationality. In Africa, we don't kill pathogen aggressive. We deactivate them. We remove them from natural way. This is very important. Why today we have several patents, several discovery things. We are waiting for partner to go to the next step. The next step is production and distribution. The African Center of Research and Exploration of Knowledge and Knowing, together with our potential partner, will have a unique and fundamental role to play in leading people in the world toward a better humanity in the field of health and welfare. CIS is already here, and we have the picture, this center, where we can teach the knowing system.
Sorry to disturb you. Your presentation is absolutely fine, but we have to stop. We have a time limit. I'm sorry. We can continue maybe next time. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Спасибо большое. Уважаемый доктор и друг Будатсу.
Thank you very much, dear Dr. Drew Budotsu, for your amazing lecture. And next speaker will be Olga Olegovna Anisimos, Director of a Research Center of the Health and Development Technologies. And Enina Narchieva will be the next speaker after Olga. Olga, you are here. The floor is yours. Olga Olegovna, we cannot hear you. Are you with us? So there is no connection with Olga Olegovna, unfortunately. So So while we are sorting out some technical flaws, I would like to say that at our university, BRICS Health, we have a department aimed to study technologies of traditional medicine, and Olga Olegovna is developer of unique technology aimed at microbiopsy of blood to study blood, and she has developed a very unique technology to study erythrocytes of native blood and other cell components when it is obvious what changes take place before and after administration of certain drugs, and how is it possible to control treatment and rehabilitation of patients based on the blood microscopy. And she has developed a unique atlas of a hematological atlas. Previously, Russia has not held such studies. Olga heads our department that focuses on experimental medicine. As unfortunately we cannot connect with Olga, I would like to give floor. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Yes? Can I say a few words? Certainly, certainly you can. I will try to be brief. Hello, dear colleagues. I would like to say a few words about blood microscopy of native blood in order to define risks of vessel diseases such as strokes and heart attacks. The statistics and incidence of such diseases is well known, but few words about the method that makes it possible to define the risk. So this is a method of analysis of native blood. Microscopy is being held with a certain method. So we do not add any painter into the blood because we want to see a vivid condition of the cells. The microscopy of native blood differs from the classical lab analysis, as this is the quality method. Development of this method has been done by me and my colleagues. So we have did quite many discoveries, and we published a few articles on this topic. Here on this slide you can see the first book dedicated to the topic of the Atlas of the Native Blood. And we accumulated our data and proved it in our medical guidelines that have been proved by the Russian University of Public Friendship. We have got a patent, and we introduced this name of this method, microscopy of native blood. I would like to show you what my method is about. So this method makes it possible to identify risks of heart attacks and strokes, as well as thrombosis. The devices that we use are quite big and not efficient, and therefore the incidence and mortality, high mortality, shows that they do not work properly. Here we can see markers of chronic hypoxia and ischemia of certain tissues. We do it with the use of, by studying the condition of erythrocytes. So, and that adds the classical hypothesis of the reason of development of strokes and heart attacks. And tracking the change of erythrocytes makes it possible to identify such risks at a very early stage and take action. Another slide shows activation of the cell system. So you see the marker of erythrocytes. And the infectious burden that gives grounds to talk about alternative kinesis of using the of developing plaques. That is the reason of developing strokes. And and the heart attacks. We want that our method of diagnostic used on a regular basis in other hospitals as well. It also allows to track other mechanisms of developing other diseases. Here I show you markers of such conditions. Unfortunately, no time to comment on it more, but I would be very happy if we could talk about it in greater detail. So, dear friends, I'm very happy to share our experience, our developments with other specialists. We have developed an online training program, and dozens and dozens of specialists from many countries have undergone our training. We deeply believe that each health practitioner should have a home lab, and we believe that blood should be analyzed by a person, not by a machine, because there are quite many components to take into account, and we are trying to compensate it, teaching our specialists to think in a different way. Thank you very much, dear Olga. Thank you very much. Ernie Robertovich is here online with us too. Ernie Robertovich, are you here with us? While Ernie is being prepared, I would like to give floor to Ekaterina Vakhranieva. So 2 or 3 minutes, try to be brief if possible. As we know that brevity is the sister of beauty. Hello. Talking about physical activities, this is a well-known topic, so let's talk about the potential for brain. For brain. So, stroke leads to limitation of cognitive function that is located. That are interacted with each other. Afferent and interview aproxia is combined with infroxia, so we can see that without movement rehabilitation, there is no cognitive rehabilitation as well. So the theoretical concept that was basis for that are 3 shapes of developing skill by Vygotsky, by Kalpier, and so on, and the levels of developing of movements by Bernstein.
That is a very popular theory of the past time. So let's move on to our work. Based on the aforementioned concepts, we have developed an original approach to rehabilitate patients with a stroke. That approach implies using various motor and cognitive rehabilitation methods, and we take into account the rehabilitation goals, individual peculiarities of the patients, and their medical history. So we use neurogymnastics, virtual reality, and cognitive training. As for neuro exercises, this was a warm-up exercises for patients without very harsh paralysis. Neurogymnastics allows to synchronize the activities in the brain, develop new motor skills, and overcome certain disorders. So we would do some easy tests and exercises like for the fist, and then the patient would warm up. We would do some more complex tasks, and something that is very useful. It is what we call the conductor, when with one hand you do the rhythm, like 2-stroke rhythm, and with the other hand 3-stroke rhythm. And that is something what the patients could do later, of course, not the patients with paraplegia. As for virtual reality exercises, we would use a special software called DeVirto that is produced in Russia, and the main indications are listed on the screen. The goal, in simple words, was to recover the lost motor functions in a format of a game. So you remember Bernstein approach, when the patient not only would have to lift his or her hand, but also do some conscious movement in a game manner. So also, we would have cognitive training in classical understanding. When studying the efficiency of this method, we collected data about two groups of patients, and we had cognitive training and experimental when the patients would do gymnastics, and here you see the improvements of in all intellectual indicators, and also look at the experimental group results and also improvements in the emotional status of patients. So the use of the approach that combines motor and cognitive correction is not only efficient, but it also allows to reduce the rehabilitation period and makes the recovery exercises pleasant for the patient. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much. These studies are done at the department headed by Rezida Ahmedovna, and it's great that we have wonderful doctors here that gathered today. But we will give the floor to our great doctors, so that Victoria Dadakina and Naili Sisir. Could you say a few words about your methods very quickly, please? Thank you. So, hello, dear guests, dear participants of the forum. I will be very short. I will briefly talk about methods that we use in our rehabilitation. These are very efficient methods, and their various combinations result in very good results. We know that now we have a lot more patients with neurological disorders. These are patients after strokes, after various traumas of the brain, and that results in various speech defects and pathologies and other types of pathologies as well. So we use speech therapy, massage, and articulation gymnastics, and we combine them. But we recommend first to hold the speech therapy massage to activate the muscles, facial muscles of the patients, and in a way it's a passive assistance that later will help the patients to do articulation gymnastics on their own. So here you see various pathologies, and you see here are tools that we use. You see indications where our methods are helpful. I already have talked about this speech therapy massage. Here you see the muscles, so we understand with the hyper stiffness of muscles, we do relaxing massage, but when we have very relaxed muscles, we do activating massage. And as for the articulation gymnastics, this is a step 2 followed by the massage, and we develop a set of exercises on a case-by-case basis. So we look at the severity of trauma or pathology, and depending on the readiness of the patient, the time of doing for the exercise is also selected individually. Thank you very much. So, dear colleagues, we really are short of time. So, if you need the presentations, write down your email address, and we will send you the presentations. The next report will be given by Lina so we would like to cover the area that we develop in our rehabilitation course. So our colleagues will be ready to give their presentations. Hello, dear colleagues. I will be very short. Aromatherapy is a treatment with 100% plant oils. So these are oil-based substances that have some volatile components and are characterized with a very very strong scent. So here you see mechanisms of physiological effects of aromatherapy. Our work that was carried out at the Rehabilitation Center of Clinic 7 has demonstrated positive effects of using aromatherapy for patients with neurologic or somatic pathologies. So we have observed patients patients with asthenia and anxiety, psycho-emotional stress. Aromatherapy was offered for patients with different syndromes. So, for instance, during sleep disturbance, hypertonia, and anxiety, so the use of aromatherapy was done for post-COVID syndrome, excessive fatigue, and so on. So we could use aromatherapy also with different vascular syndromes. So here you see the use of aromatherapy during asthenia, for anxiety, psycho-emotional stress. Here you see the positive dynamic of the for these patients, and we have done psychological tests to evaluate their well-being and mood, and we have special officers of us psycho-emotional alleviation. The session would be 35 to 40 minutes, and we would offer a course of 10 to 15 sessions. To use the mechanism of self-regulation of the human body, it is necessary to look for new ways of rehabilitation, and aromatherapy is a non-medical way of rehabilitation, and it allows to increase the functional capabilities. So clinical researches show many possibilities for providing positive impact of aromatherapy, but of course great research needs to take place. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now we give the floor to our Dr. Nirajev from Kalmykia. The floor is yours. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Yes, we can hear you. Be very short. We give you only 2 minutes. So I work with back problems with the posture. So I have developed a special tool or corset to improve the posture. So I work with patients with scoliosis, but I also work with patients with foot deformities like valgus deformation or flat foot. So posture, of course, is the basis of good health. It gives energy. It also helps to avoid such deformations as scoliosis and others. But we understand that today back problems and back pathologies is a big problem for a large number of patients due to sedentary lives. So here you see some examples how we treat the problems with posture, and sometimes we are able to help the patients within 3 sessions, sometimes even after 1 session. So here you can see we use a special complex of manipulations and treatment. We also offer some stretching exercises for our patients. So we need to gain knowledge to be able to help our patients effectively, and we also need to educate our patients so they will understand ways of functioning of various systems in the body. Can I give some examples? Well, just we will ask you to talk generally, but I can tell you that Nir Robertovich works as an osteopathic therapist. He also works in rehabilitation, so he helps people to improve their posture. Well, my methods can be used in various ways, and these methods can be used by massage specialists. It also is good for working with lumbar segment of the back. Also, this method is helpful for treating the pain treatment in the shoulder. So by working or focusing on shoulder, we can receive good results and improve the posture. And we know that when the posture is improved, then it can initiate the self-healing processes in the body. We also need to explain the patients what needs to be done at home. And here look at this patient, a boy whose one of the shoulders is higher than the other, and we have done diagnostics to understand what caused such disbalance between the shoulders. So you can see here we do some stretching of the muscles. We do the stretching of the iliac muscle to reach the balance, and as I told you, sometimes positive dynamic is observed even after 1 session. Here, posture is also related to some disbalance, muscle disbalance in the iliac sacral segment. So these are very illustrative examples. Here you can see the shortening of the neck muscles. And by doing evaluation, we have been able to identify the muscle that would cause the disbalance. Another girl with a problem in the lumbar segment. There is a shorter muscle at the on the right side, so by stretching the opposite muscle on the left side, we can bring more balance, we can improve the posture. Here we see hyperlordosis. So we also do some manipulations to improve the lordosis. So all in all, this method is very promising. We understand that sometimes even with some pulmonary diseases can be related to muscle tension in the thoracic segment. We thank you. Unfortunately, time requires us to ask you to finish your report. So wrapping up, I'd like to give the floor to Karen Mardesh. He wanted to share some good news.
Everybody is tired now, but I have a good news. As you know, I am the representative of Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council of India, which is the part of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Minprom. So every year we organize a big event in India where we invite many people, more than 400, 500 people across the globe. So we are inviting you also, but only the person who is having the business of pharmaceuticals, either Ayurveda, either medicine, either API, or the regulatory authority, regulators, government authority. So we have event on 28th, 29th and 30th of August in Delhi. We will provide you the free air tickets. We will provide you the 5-star hotel, accommodation, transfer, everything, food, everything will be there. For that, you need to contact me, or I can send you the details where you have to apply. We will approve you. Air ticket you have to buy. When you will go to Delhi, we will give you the dollar in cash for the air ticket. Hotel, accommodation, everything will be provided by the government. So if you are interested to explore pharma business, or if you are already in the pharma business, please visit India. It's called IFEX exhibition, one of the largest exhibition you can say in the world. So you can visit that exhibition in this last week of August this year. Thank you so much.
Is it
Thank you.
last week of August?
Yeah.
This year?
This year.
Ага. Немного скажу.
So I will repeat. So whoever is interested in the pharma business or who represents the pharmaceutical business, please contact Kumar. All your expenses will be covered. Air tickets, accommodation, and even some of the basic expenses will be reimbursed. So if you are interested, please contact Kumar, and he will tell you what to do. So it will be a great chance to go to Delhi. Okay, let's applaud to our guest. Dear colleagues, I thank everyone for active participation, being here and now. And this is our first joint session. And we again will send you the copies of presentations, and we will send the information to your email. So we will send you details. If this session was interesting for you, we will be glad to see you at the next sessions. On the 14th of June, another session will take place, and in October, BRICS for Congress will take place here in Kazan, and let's make a joint photo.
Все спикеры, встаньте, пожалуйста.
All speakers and guests, please, let's get together.